Hi friends, I welcome you all at Grade B. As you know that we have launched a crash course recently, and by keeping in mind we are covering this government scheme, and today we are going to discuss this animal husbandry. So let's start with this. Actually in this section we will cover government schemes of these ministries. These ministries are Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairy, and we will try to cover all the schemes which are very important from your exam point of view. So we start our lecture with this Rashtriya Gokul Mission. It was launched in 2014. Its main aim is to conserve and develop a indigenous breed. Plus they will also develop Gokul Gram, and they will develop up to 40% non-descriptive breeds. Recently, government has continued this scheme from 2021 to 2026, and they have given budget of rupees 2,400 crore for this scheme. Beneficiaries under these schemes are rural cattle, buffalo keepers, and these keepers are irrespective of their caste, class, and gender. Implementing agency at the state level is Livestock Development Boards. And some participating agencies are having role in this indigenous cattle development like CFSPTI, ICAR, universities, NGOs and cooperative society. So they all are the participating agencies. Funding is 100% grant is given by the government. There is a committee that is known as the Project Sanction Committee and Project Steering Committee, and the Secretary of Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairying will be the chairperson of this committee. There are various roles played by this committee, and this is the National Dairy Development Board. It is the implementing agency of the project. Components of this Rashtriya Gokul missions are breed improvement by some modern reproductive technique. These can be establishment of embryo transfer technology, sex sorted semen production, and establishment of National Bovine Genomic Center for Indigenous Breed. Other components are enhancement of production and productivity, field performance recording, progeny testing, and pedigree selection. Extension of artificial insemination and coverage. Under this MATRI, that is multi-purpose artificial insemination technicians in rural area, they will establish this center in rural area. They will strengthen existing of artificial intelligence center, strengthening of LN storage, transport and distribution system. Why? Because the semen required some temperature, some climate control. So these centers give them a environment that long-term preservation of these semen can be done. Training of existing artificial intelligence technicians. Awareness program under this nationwide artificial insemination program. Organization of fertility camps. There is a launch of eGopala app, and we will discuss this eGopala app subsequently. They are also doing conservation of indigenous breed like establishment of Gokul Gram Integrated Cattle Development Center. They are also developing or establishing National Kamdenu Breeding Center. Some other points are establishment of Integrated Indigenous Cattle Center. They will be known as the Gokul Gram. Under this Rashtriya Gokul Mission, there are two, that is National Kamdhenu Breeding Center, are being established as a center of excellence to develop and conserve indigenous breed in a holistic and scientific manner. Try to learn this point from this example. For example, if this is a Kamdhenu center and they are using some modern technology and role of the state-of-the-art technology in this area, so these centers can be the leaders, can be the guide for the other center. So these centers can be known as the center of excellence. ePashuhat, this is a Nakul Pranjan Bazaar, and it is a e-market portal. On this portal, it is connecting breeders and farmers and authenticated market for quality disease-free bovine germ plant in the form of semen, embryos, calves and heifers and adult bovine with different agencies. This Pashu Sanjeevani, it is a animal when actually these all the programs are running under this Rashtriya Gokul Mission. It is an animal wellness program and it is encompassing provision of animal health card, and this is a Nakul Swasthya Patra. It is known as the Nakul Swasthya Patra. Under this, they are providing UID identification and uploading data on the national database. They are also using advanced reproductive technology, and it will include assisted reproductive technique colon vitro fertilization, multiple ovulation embryo transfer, that is known as the MOET, and sex sorted semen technique to improve the availability of the disease-free females. This National Bovine Genomic Center for Indigenous Breed will also establish for selection of breed bulls of high genetic merit at young age using the high precise gene-based technology. Government is giving some award under this scheme for promoting the farmers to take care benefit of this scheme. There are two types of awards. The one is Gopal Ratna Award, the second one is the Kamdhenu Award. Under this, they are giving first, second and 3 award. And they are giving the award in the 5 regions. These regions are Hill and Northeastern, North, South, East and West. Each award will contain 5 lakh, 3 lakh and 1 lakh for first, second and third position. And the Secretary of Department of Animal Husbandry will be the chairperson of the committee which will select the person for the award. This Kamdhenu Award, it is for the best managed breed society, and this Gopal Ratna Award is for the farmer maintaining best herd of the indigenous breed. Under this, also for second and third, 5 lakh, 3 lakh and 1 lakh of the rupees. The award ceremony generally always happen on the World Milk Day, and it is celebrated on the 1st June. The Farmers Breeder Society Gaushala Institution Farm once awarded will not be eligible for the subsequent award. There will be 3 National Kamdhenu Awards, Hill and Northern Eastern Region, North, South, East and West Region. Same secretary will be the chairperson for the committee which is selecting. Now, we will come to the assistance given under this mission. It is under this Accelerated Breed Improvement Program under the mission, they are providing component subsidy of rupees 5,000 IVF pregnancy will be made available to participate farmers and the Government of India. It is also promoting sex sorted semen, and under the component subsidy, they are providing 50% of the cost of the sex sorted semen or rupees 750 will be made available to the participating farmers. Establishment of the breed multiplication farm under the component subsidy is 50%, and the capital cost maximum will be 2 crore for the project. Sex sorted semen production has been introduced in the country for the production of only female calves, that with the 90% accuracy. And during next 5 years, government is planning 50 lakhs of pregnancy will be established. Actually, this section should be come in here because you should know the objective of the scheme. But we are discussing section in last. We will see the objective of the Gokul Gram. The main objective, remember, for the development of the indigenous breed. And indigenous breed in a scientific manner. It will also enhance productivity of breed and increase economic returns from the animal product in a sustainable manner. It will also propagate high genetic merit bulls of indigenous breed. It will encourage drought animal power. It will provide balanced nutrition and integrated animal health care. It will also optimize farm management practice and promote common resource management. It will also promote green power and eco-technology. So friends, it was all for this Rashtriya Gokul mission, and we have covered this beneficiary, implementing agency, funding, objective and some other points related to this Rashtriya Gokul mission. Now we will see this National Livestock Mission. It was launched in 2014 and 15, and it was implemented by the Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairying. Its aim is sustainable growth and development of the livestock sector, including poultry. Our second mission is National Livestock Mission. It was launched in 2014 and 15, and it is implemented by the Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairying. Its aim is sustainable growth and development of the livestock sector, and it will also include the poultry. It ensures the availability of fodder and feed, its quality via effective seed production chain with active involvement of the farmer in collaboration with the dairy farmers and cooperatives. It provides infrastructure and forward linkages to the farmer enterprises. What is farmer enterprises or forward linkages? For example, if any livestock sector required some medicine, and from there he wants to sell his milk. What he wants? He wants to sell his milk. So this chain and this chain, whatever infrastructure, shops, transportation is required to give medicine to this livestock is fulfilled by this linkage. But what if he want to sell his milk to any dairy, to any local milk, to any organization, then whatever infrastructure, transportation and facilities he requires for this linkage is known as the forward linkages. Under this risk management via livestock insurance, they are providing insurance also in this scheme. Funding pattern is same 60-40 for all the states except northern eastern states and Himalaya states, where this ratio is 19:10, and for UTs it's come under the government, its value is 100%. There is a empowered committee formed by the ministry for monitoring of this mission, and it is headed by the chairmanship of secretary of the department. All the subsidies amount you required a bank, and this amount is transferred with the Small Industries Development Bank of India. In respect of the entrepreneurship program, the subsidy will be provided by the SEBI to the lending schedule bank or financial institution. We will discuss that whatever subsidies are given under this scheme, these subsidies are directly transferred to the scheduled financial institutions and other banks which are giving this subsidy to the farmers or the beneficiaries. There are some schemes under this mission. This is the sub-mission on breed development of the livestock and poultry. As go by the word, its main purpose is to bring sharp focus on entrepreneurship development and the breed improvement in the poultry, sheep, goat and piggery. Under this scheme, the government is giving some incentives to the individuals, farmer producer organizations, self-help group, or the companies which comes under this section 8. The next mission which comes into this National Livestock Mission. Friends, I am talking about these missions in a detail, but when you are studying these types of scheme, keep in your mind that what types of missions, sub-missions are coming under this scheme. For example, if he is asking that which of the following mission is not related to this National Livestock Mission, this sub-mission on breed development, this sub-mission on feed and fodder development, this sub-mission on research and development, livestock insurance, extension and innovations, and these all the three missions comes under this National Livestock. So remember, if any mission which is not related to this mission will not be related to all these three missions which I have discussed with you. And this is the feed and fodder development. Under this, the government is trying to strengthening the fodder feed chain to improve the availability of the certified foods seed required for the fodder production. Under this research and development, government is giving some incentives to the institution, universities, organizations to develop research related to this sheep, goat, pig, feed and fodder sector. They are also covering this extension activities, livestock insurance and the innovation. Now we will come what this mission is helping to us. Actually, it is helping in entrepreneurship development and employment generation. Why? First of all, you will see who are going to benefit from this scheme. These are the farmers, individual entrepreneurs, NGOs, self-help groups, JLGs and cooperatives. What are the eligible financial institutions? These can be commercial banks, regional rural banks, STCB banks, cards, other institutions eligible for refinancing from the NABARD. What are the components that under this National Livestock Mission that gives subsidy, that they are getting subsidy from the NABARD? These are the Poultry Venture Capital Fund. This is Integrated Development of Small Ruminant and Rabbit, that is IDSRR. Pig Development, Salvaging and Rearing of Male Buffalo and Cows. Now we will see that what types of monetary benefit they are giving under this scheme. They are giving one time of 50% of capital subsidy, maximum up to 20 lakhs of rupees for establishment of entrepreneurship for pre-development of rural poultry. They are giving 50% capital subsidy, maximum up to 50 lakh for establishment of entrepreneur for breed development in small ruminant sector like sheep and goat farming. They are giving 50% of the total project cost subjected to maximum limit of 50 lakh for entrepreneurial activities in the feed and fodder. So this mission is totally focusing upon the livestock sector, and they are covering each and everything which is related to the livestock. Under this mission, central government is also providing the 50% maximum limit of 30 lakh subsidy towards the project for promotion of piggery entrepreneur. One time assistance is given, that is rupees of 10 lakh to the state for strengthening of cattle and buffalo semen bank. And they are also doing this store and distributing goat frozen semen. They are giving 100% incentivization for production of all categories of food and production by this ICAR, National Seed Corporation, Indian Farmers Fertilizers, that is IFFCO, Krishak Bharti Cooperative, that is KRIPCO, National Agriculture Cooperative, NAFED, and central agency as well as the state universities. They are also giving this incentive to this Hindustan Insecticides, State Government Seed Production Corporation, Public and Private Organization, Dairy Cooperative and Milk Federations. What they are going, the cost they are giving for the assistance for the production of various categories of seeds are, they are giving breeder setup 250 per kg, for foundation seeds 150 per kg, and certified seeds 100 per kg. Friends, these types of seeds, we have covered these types of seeds in our course, that is static part of your NABARD syllabus. So seeds development, seeds multiplication ratio, what types of seeds they are doing, I have already covered. So government are giving different types of subsidies for the different types of seeds. In terms of insurance, they are giving subsidy restricted to 5 animals, 5 per beneficiaries per household for all animals except sheep, goat, pig and rabbit. Why? Because they are measures in 5 cattle units, and what cattle units for this sheep, goat, pig and rabbit is 10. These are the premiums which government is giving. This BPL, SC and ST category, central is sharing 40%, state is sharing 30% and beneficiary is giving 30% from their side. For this APL, central is sharing 25%, state is sharing 25% and the rest amount is shared by this APL families. Rate of premium can be this 1 year for this normal area, it is 4.5%, for this northeastern and Himalayas region, it is 5%. And subsequently, as the year will increase, the premium amount will also increase. So this was all from livestock mission. Now we will see this animal husbandry infrastructure development. It is very important, development fund. It is development fund. This Animal Husbandry Infrastructure Development Fund, it is implemented by the Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairy. This AHIDF will give the direct and indirect benefit. Actually, I am talking about the benefits of this scheme. it will create the 35 lakhs of livelihood, that is direct and indirect in nature. It is the present condition of the India that India is producing this 188 million ton of milk, and we are targeting that we will increase this amount of production of the milk up to 330 million tons by the 2024. So this AHIDF fund is helping to achieve this target which is set by the government. Actually, what happened? Government has launched this Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan stimulus package. Under this package, government has released 15,000 crores of rupees for this Animal Husbandry Infrastructure Development Fund. Now, before discussing the eligibility, for example, if you want to increase the milk production in the country, then what will happen? Milk is produced by this FPO, these private companies, this individual entrepreneurship, and the companies which comes under this Section 8 and micro, small and medium enterprises. What is happening? If you are supporting somehow and you are encouraging all these organizations to increase the production of the milk, then this amount which government has launched under this Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, you are giving this amount to this organization, and these organizations are using this amount for the higher production of the milk which we required in our country. So these are the eligible conditions, eligibility or beneficiaries. Now, what is happening? The government is saying that 90% of the projects cost would be in the form of the loan. What government is doing? Government is giving some interest subvention which loan government is providing to this organization. This 90% project cost will be in the form of the loan, and the rest amount, that is 10% for this MSMEs, micro small units as per MSMEs, and this medium enterprises defined under this MSMEs can contribute 15%, and these can contribute 10%. So rest amount which required for setting up of any project related to the milk production, this 90% they can get from the government in the form of the loan. Now, funds, whatever government the funds is giving, they can be used for setting up a dairy processing, value addition dairy manufacturing, meat processing and value addition infrastructure, and animal feed plant. And you are thinking that these all things are related to the milk and meat production. So if you will improve this process, and you will help these companies and organizations for setting up of these types of processing and manufacturing plant, then definitely you are going to help government for reaching a target of milk production of 330 million tons per year. Or you are also increasing the meat capacity. What government is giving? Government is giving 3% of interest subvention for eligible beneficiaries up to 8 years, and they are also providing 2 years of moratorium period. It means out of this total 8 years, 6 years for the loan repayment and 2 years for the moratorium period. The rate of interest they are also fixing, but if any bank want to increase, then it can increase up to 200 basis of points. 15,000 crore I have already told you, and this amount will be dispersed in upcoming 3 years starting from 2020 to 21. Online portal, that is AHIDF Udyamitra.in, has been developed by the SEBI for facilitating the loan process of the beneficiaries. The secretary of the department is the chairperson of the project, and if the cost of the project is less than 50 crore, then it is approved by the project approval committee, and if it is more than the 50 crore, then this is approved by the project sanction committee. It is for the interest subvention. Actually, this amount is given. The government is giving loan, but what government is giving? Government is giving some interest subvention on this loan. They have also form a credit guarantee fund, that is rupees of 750 crore, and this amount will be given 75 crore per year for the upcoming 10 years, and it will be set up or managed by the NABARD. This credit guarantee would be provided to those sanctioned projects which are covered under this MSME and defined under this MSME savings. Guarantee cover will be up to 25% of the credit facility of the borrower. So it was all for this Animal Husbandry and Infrastructure Development Fund. Now we will discuss this Mpbdd. Its main point is its full form is National Program for Bovine Breeding and Dairy Development. It was launched in 2014 and it was launched after merging this National Project for Cattle and Buffalo Breeding, Intensive Dairy Development Program, and this is SIQ and CMP Strengthening Infra for Quality and Clean Milk Production, and this assistance to cooperatives. So after merging all these, government has launched this National Program for Bovine Breeding and Dairy Development. It is same implemented by the Department of Animal Husbandry, and it has a two component, that is National Program for Bovine Breeding. It will focus on the artificial insemination, and this 5,000 Matri, that is multi-purpose artificial technician in rural India and conservation of indigenous breed, and plus 100% grant in basis. So whatever amount is spent, it is spent by the government from their side. So this is National Program for Bovine Breeding and Dairy Development. Now we will see it is a very important program, that is National Program for Dairy Development, NPDD. It was launched from 2014-15 to 2020 and 21. It has taken and revised program of this program has been revised, and it will again be implemented throughout the country from 2021-22 to 2025-26, and it will also be continued to 2027-28. So this program government has revised. It was launched first up to 2020 and 21, and it is increased from 2025-26 and will continue 2027-28. What is the aim of this program? Its objective is actually this scheme and this program was launched for creating and strengthening the infrastructure quality milk, including cold chain infrastructure linking to the farmers to the consumers. It will give the training to the dairy farmers for cleaning milk production. It will create awareness on quality and clean milk production. It will also support research and development of quality milk and quality product. So we will see in subsequent paragraph that how this objective is going to be achieved with the help of this program. First of all, this program is implemented by this National Development Board, and it has various components, and this program is monitored by this Central Project Steering Committee and this Project Sanction Committee. It is chaired by the Secretary of this Department of Animal and Husbandry. They have two components. The component A of this National Program for Dairy Development will be implemented for milk procurement. Its emphasis will be on the milk procurement, processing, marketing, and the quality of milk and milk product. Funding pattern 60-40 for all the states except this northern and Himalayan. It is for 90 and 10 and 10% for the UTs. Now we will see the components, actually what they are providing for achieving this objective. They are providing milk and chilling facility, including BMC at primary level. They are giving some milk testing laboratories. They are giving certification accreditation from this ISO, HACCP and Quality Bar. And this they are also helping information and communication technology network, and they are also giving training to the farmers. Now component B, it is being implemented with the help of this Japan International Corporation. Under this agency, that is JICA, is giving first of all its total outlay is this 1568.28 crore. in the form of this loan. They are getting loan from this agency, that is Japan International Corporation Agency, and the rest amount, that is 47.5%, is granted by the Government of India. And the rest, that is 168.8, is given by these participating institutions. So there is a tripartite agreement between all these three, that is Government of India, that is GIC, and the participatory institutions. Now, initially it was expendable to only these 5 states, that is Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, West Bengal, Andhra Pradesh, Rajasthan, Telangana, Uttarakhand, and Punjab. Initially it was 5 states, but they have expanded it to these states also. What are the eligible participants? Eligible participants can be milk, multi-state cooperatives, state dairy federations, milk producer companies. So under this, 90% project cost is given in the form of the loan and 10% is given by the state government's personal contribution or the institution's contribution. Project component can be, they can be the first and the foremost target is milk procurement, strengthening the milk procurement infrastructure. They are giving milk processing facilities, manufacturing facilities, support of marketing infrastructure, ICT, productivity enhancement, project monitoring and studies, and the training and capacity development. Now, our next mission is this National Digital Livestock Missions. Actually, it is a digital platform and it is developed by the Dairy and Animal Husbandry National Dairy Development Board. And it is based upon the foundation of Information Network for Animal Productivity and Health, that is known as the INEF. It is the goal of this National Digital Livestock Mission is to create a farmer-centric information infrastructure that is applicable and that enable farmers to seamlessly access services and information through a internationally designed national digital infrastructure. What can be the benefit of this? Direct benefit transfer, participation of the private sector, these are the key features, and it is also connecting livestock market on this digital platform. From there they can sell or purchase their animal. They are creating a closed loop breeding system, disease surveillance control program, etc. on this platform. They are also promoting whatever R&D and research is being happened in this livestock system. You can access, or farmer can access these research on this platform. They are also aligning various national and state programs and build an architect that enables state to manage their own program. Now, this is a National Animal Disease Control Program. It was launched on September 2019 for controlling this foot and mouth disease and brucellosis by vaccinating 100% cattle, buffalo, sheep, goats and pig population and 100% bovine female calves of 4 to 8 months. Why? Because these FMD is related to all these animals, that is cattle, buffalo, sheep, goat and pig population, and this brucellosis is related to this bovine female calves of 4 to 8 months. Its total outlay is rupees 13,343 crore and it will be implemented for 5 years from 2019-22 to 2023-24. Now, what are the symptoms? Actually, it is a static part, but I am telling about you that what is this foot and mouth disease. Actually, it is a viral disease. First of all, it affects this cattle, buffalo, sheep, goats and pigs. Its symptoms can be a fever of 104 to 106 Fahrenheit, not degree, loss of appetite, dullness, excessive salivation, vesicles and mouth, especially on the gums and tongue. Actually, what is happening, if you are not controlling this foot and mouth disease, it will affect your milk production. Why? Because it will affect your milk yield, decrease growth rate, infertility and reduce working capacity in bullocks. Brucellosis, it is a disease generally happened in cattle and buffalo and it is caused by the bacteria. Actually, this is a bacterial disease. The same symptoms under this the effect of the disease can be affected the animal during the pregnancy, infertility, delayed heat, interrupted lactation and all this. And generally it is happened in the female bovine calves or 4 to 8 months. So this program is specially designed for controlling these two diseases. Objective is government wants to control this FMD by 2025 with vaccination and completely eventually eradicate this disease from our country by 2030. This National Animal Disease Control Program for this FMD and brucellosis is a central sector scheme, that is 100% fund is given by the government, and this is monitored by this National Steering Committee headed by the Secretary of Department of Animal and Husbandry Trading. Under this Information Network for Animal Productivity and Health portal is developed by this National Development Board. Major activities: vaccination, primary vaccination for this susceptible population of bovines, primary vaccination of bovine calves, deworming of 1 month prior to the vaccination, awareness about this disease to the farmer, maintaining record of vaccination through animal health cards, surveillance, sero monitoring, and providing remuneration, that is vaccinator, which should not be less than ₹3 per vaccination dose and ₹2 per animal for ear tagging including. So they are giving some incentives. Whatever organization, institutions or hospital wants to do this, wants to join this program, they will get some this ₹3 per vaccination and ₹2 per vaccination dose for ear tagging under this program. Now, eGopala app. First of all, what is the full form of this app? This app is known as a generation, that is e-generation of wealth through productive livestock of farmers. There are some features. Actually, you can have this Pashu Bazaar for buying, selling of dairying animals. My Pashu Aadhar, you can have a detail of animal, individual farmer registered on this platform. My Alerts, if any animal which is registered on this app is due for vaccination, they want some pregnancy diagnosis and anything related to their medical, they can have some alert on their mobile if they have registered their animal on this eGopala app. Pashu Mitra, if any farmer or a dairy entrepreneur have some doubt regarding any disease, then he can call on Pashu Mitra on this call center. This Pashu Poshan, they can have some knowledge about the portion or the nutrition of the animal from this app. And this Ayurvedic ethno-veterinary medicine you can have also actually to guide a farmer on management of nearly 29 common elements of animals, mastitis, indigestion, diarrhea, etc. using ethno-veterinary medicine can be used under this program. Now, this National Institute of Animal Health is located in UP Bagpat. It is a apex regulatory body, apex regulatory laboratory for quality monitoring of biological in India. Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry, National Dairy Development Board is it was established in 1965 in Anand and Gujarat. Its aim is to promote, finance and support producer-owned control organization. It comes under the same ministry, and this Veterinary Council of India, it is a statutory body and it regulates the veterinary practices in India. It was established in 1984 in New Delhi and it is governed by this Veterinary Council Act 1984. These are the function of this act. Now friends, we will come to this livestock census, and it was conducted periodically since 1999 to 20. And this is the 20th livestock census which we are going to discuss. Actually, it is a quinquennial exercise, and every 5 years this census is going to happen. So this is the 20th livestock census, and it was carried out about 6.6 lakh village and 89,000 urban ward across the country, covering more than 27 crore. It was conducted with the help of the participation of the states and UT. What are the key features? Under this, first time they are digitize the household level data. Under this 20th livestock census, the collection of the data through the tablet computer. National Information Center has developed an app for data collection and online transmission. So we can say that in a nutshell, this census has especially known for their digitized record. Under this census, the census has determined that there is a livestock population of 536.76 million in the country. It shows a 4.8% from the previous census. Rural and urban area, In rural area that is 514.1 and in urban area it is 22.65. So share can be 95.78 to 4.22% for rural and urban area respectively. Total bovine. What cover the bovine? Bovine are cattle, buffalo, mithun and yak. Its population is 303.76. And they have shown the 1.3% of the previous census. Cattle in the country are 193.46 and they have shown also the growth of 1.3%. Female cattle, they are 145.91 and they have increased by 18.6%. There is a decline of 6% in the total indigenous animal. So we can say that we are losing our indigenous breed according to this census. Population of the total exotic, they have increased by 29.3%. Rashtriya Gokul Mission, which I have earlier talked about, actually this mission is talking about and try to increase the indigenous breed in our country that is decreasing as per the census. Exotic crossbreed and indigenous non-descript cattle population, it is 15.36 million and 142.11 million. Indigenous non-descript female cattle population, it is increased by 10%. And the total milch animal, milch means the milk and dry, that is cow and buffalo, they are 125.75 million in our country and increased by 6.0%. Buffalo in the country are 109.85 and they have increased by 1.1% over previous census. Donkeys in country are 1.2 lakh and they are decreased. And the total camel population, it is 2.5 lakh and they have also decreased. Now we will see that which state has how much type of livestock population. UP has highest livestock population, followed by this Rajasthan, MP, West Bengal and Bihar. But remember, this cattle population, it is highest in West Bengal. Buffalo population is highest in UP. Sheep population is highest in Telangana. Goat population is Rajasthan. Camel population in Rajasthan. Pig population is highest in Assam. Mithun in Arunachal Pradesh. Donkey, Rajasthan. Remember this point. Donkey is in Rajasthan. Mules are populous in Uttarakhand. Horse in Uttar Pradesh and yak are highest in Jammu and Kashmir. So in cattle population, we can say that this UP, MP, MH and OD in 2000, while Jharkhand and Bihar recorded highest growth. In this state, the population decreased, but Jharkhand and Bihar, they have increased. Sharp decrease in number of horses, mules, donkeys and camels, important in transportation in small and town for short distance. In 20th livestock census, there are 36.04% are cattle, then goat, then buffalo, then sheep and then pigs. So there are the highest number of percentage are acquired by this cattle. Other mithun, yak, horse, ponies, mules, monkeys and chemicals can contribute 0.23%. They are very meager as compared to these all the animals. Now the total poultry, that is 851.81 million and it increased 16.8% from the previous census. Out of this, total bird in the backyard, it's 317, commercial 534 and Tamil Nadu has the highest poultry population. So from this figure we can say that this commercial poultry are highest as compared to the backyard poultry in our country. Now these are some details which I have already told you and you can see from this figure, and actually we have already learned these values in here, but by pausing this video you can remember or you can see that how much cattle are there, how much buffaloes are there. So it is for the revision, we can say that. Right. Now we can say that breed-wise report of livestock and poultry based on livestock census. As per the 20th livestock census, exotic and crossbreed animals contribute 26.5% of the total cattle population. 73.5% cattle population are indigenous. Still they are higher, but they are decreasing. Crossbred Jersey has the highest share, followed by the crossbred Holstein Friesian in exotic and crossbreed cattle population. Gir followed by Lakshmi Sahiwal has the highest share in indigenous. So we can say that Girs are highest in our country, and it is followed by the Lakshmi. Sahiwal is a very famous name, but it is not at highest position. Highest position is covered by the Gir. So Gir Sahiwal cattle breed has highest population in the West Bengal. West Bengal has the highest cattle population, which I have told you earlier. Haryana cattle breed is highest in UP, and this Bachur cattle breed is highest in Jharkhand. About this buffalo, out of the total buffalo, 23 are from the pure breed, 34.3 are the graded, and the remaining 44 are in the non-descriptive category. Murra buffalo has the highest share, followed by the Mehsana, Surti, and indigenous buffalo population. Murra Bhadwari buffalo has the highest population in UP, and this Mehsana, Surti, and Jafrabadi has highest population in the Gujarat. About the sheep, Nellore sheep has the highest share, followed by the Bellari, Marwari, and indigenous. Nellore is Deccani breed, highest population in Telangana, Marwari in Rajasthan, Bellari in Karnataka, and the Gaddi breed is found in the Himachal Pradesh. Friend, it is very important. You can remember this. You can have any question from this section of our syllabus, our course. Goat. Black Bengal breed, it contributes highest, and it is found in where? West Bengal, followed by the Marwari and Barbari and Osmanli. It is a central sector scheme. Actually, it is a National Dairy Plan Phase 1, and it was launched for the period of 2011-12 to 2018 and 19. Total investment was 2242 crore. From this 185 crore from the International Development Association, and this 176 crore from the Government of India, and this 282 crore from the implementing agency. Same implemented by the Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairying. Objective is to increase the productivity of the milch animal and to help provide rural meat producers with greater access to the organized milk processing sector. Focus area, all the focus area like Siemens, pilot model for viable doorstep, ration balancing program, production of high genetic merit bulls, monitoring, learning, evaluation, village-based milk, ICT for MIR. Initially, this phase 1 was focused on this 18 major milk producing states. These are the states, and it contributes 90% of the country's milk production. And this coverage of this national dairy NDP1 will however be across the country in terms of the benefits accruing from the scheme. Implementation will end in March 2020. Now, we will see the important scheme from the Department of Fisheries, Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairy. There are some important schemes. First is the Blue Revolution. It is also known as the Neel Kranti Mission, and it is the Integrated Development and Management Fisheries. Launched in 2017 for 5 years with the outlay of 3,000 crore. Implemented the Department of Fisheries. There is a history. Actually, Neel Kranti Mission was launched in 2016, and it was the vision of our PM. So, Government of India goal under Neel Kranti Mission was enhancing, and they want the fish production, increase the fish production from 2016-17 in 11.41 MMT to the 15 MMT by 2019 and 20, and 17.45 MMT by 2021 and 22. Its aim is to tap total fish potential at inlet and marine sector and triple the production by 2020. Whatever production they are doing in 2016, they want to triple the production by 2020. Modernizing the fisheries, employment generation, definitely if certain amount is invested by a government in any project, then it will generate some employment. It will double the income of the fisheries and fish farmers. It will triple the export by 2020. Now, achieving economic prosperity of fishermen and fish farmers and contribute toward the food and nutrition security. Funding actually it is a core central sponsored scheme. Under this government subsidy, 14% for the project cost, 60% it is for the weaker ST and women. Of this central and state share, same 60-40 general, 90-40 this NER and Himalayan state, and 100% for the UTs. The purpose and the mode of payment will be the direct benefit transfer. Implementing agency, state may define the existing agency, and it will converge all the existing scheme like Sagarmala, NABARD, Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana and National Rural Livelihood Mission. Upon whatever budget they are giving for the scheme, 5% they are taking for the administrative expenses. This National Fishery Development Board is come as a component under this scheme, and its task is fish seed production, cold chain development of inland fisheries. By taking all these things into consideration, under this marine fisheries, they are providing infrastructure post-harvest operation. They are also strengthening database and geographical information system of fisheries sector. It is a 100% central finance assistance given under this scheme. Institutional arrangement of fisheries sector. This monitoring, control and surveillance is also a part of this scheme. So this national scheme on welfare of fishermen, this is giving 3,000 per fisher per annum, with the share of center and state with the 50-50. Houses for fisheries, drinking water plus sanitation plus accident insurance are also giving under this scheme. Government has launched this fisheries and aquaculture infrastructure fund like AIHDF, which we have recently discussed. Under this, the amount is 7,522 crore are allocated by the government. This out of this 5 to 6 crore by nodal loaning entities and 1.3 crore by the beneficiaries, and this 940 crore as budgetary support from the government. It is not 131, it is a 131 crore. Its aim is to achieve a sustainable growth of 8 to 9% and a move to augment the country's fish production to the level of 20 million tons by the 2020 and 23. Objectives: creation of modernization and capture culture fisheries infrastructure, creation of marine aquaculture infrastructure, creation of modernization of inlet fisheries, reduce post-harvest losses and improve domestic marketing facilities. It will also bridge the resource gap and facilitate completion of ongoing infrastructure projects. Implementing agency can be NABARD, NCDC and all scheduled commercial bank. Its aim is to provide concessional financial state cooperative, and actually they are giving loan to these all the state utilities cooperative and individuals. Government is giving interest subvention of up to 3% per annum for all eligible entities by keeping uniform margin of 0.6% for themselves. Lending rate interest can not be lower than 5%. Time period for 5 years between 2018-19 to 2020-23. Maximum repayment period can be 12 years with 2 years of repayment. Loan up to 20% of actual project cost, and beneficiary contribution can be at least 20%. And this National Fisheries Development Board will be the nodal implementing agency of the project. Department of Fisheries and Animal Husbandry and Dairying shall pay the interest subvention amount to the NABARD, and NABARD will pay this amount to the respective commercial bank which is giving loan to the beneficiary. Central Apex Committee, it is headed by the Secretary of Department of Fisheries. Now friends, it is very important scheme and the last scheme for today, and this is the Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana. This scheme was launched to bring about the blue revolution in our country. Loaded Ministry are Ministry of Fisheries and Animal Husbandry. Its main objective are harnessing fisheries potential in a sustainable and responsible and inclusive manner, enhancing feed production, productivity, modernizing and strengthening the value chain, post-harvest management and quality improvement, doubling fisher and farmers' income, enhancing contribution to the agriculture GVA. Actually, whatever objectives I am discussing, I will show you that what is the target of the government they have taken from this objective. Social, physical and economic security of the fishers and fisher farmers, robust fisheries management and regulatory framework. For this, government has launched, given the budgetary outlay of 20,050 crore for implementation over the 5 years from the 2020-21 to 2020-24. Implementation, they are implemented in a two manner, two separate component. First is centrally sector scheme, the second is centrally sponsored scheme. Under this centrally sponsored scheme, 100% is given by the central, and under this centrally sponsored scheme, this is further segregated to the non-beneficiary oriented and the beneficiary oriented subcomponent. its broad heads can be, this total sponsored schemes can be divided into these three broad heads, that is enhancing production and productivity, infrastructure, post-harvest management and fisheries management and regulatory framework. The total out of this total investment, this 9407 is given by the central share, 480 from the state share, and beneficiaries will also share of this out of the total, the rest of the total amount, that is 5673 crore. The government assistance for central and state duties together will limit it to 40% of the project units cost for general and 60% for the SC, ST and women. Government assistance for this second component, that is centrally sponsored, the share between the central and state, same 90% for other state, Himalayan state, and 10% for the this 10% by the state, and 60-40 for the general state, and union territory it is 100%. Now, what government is offering under this scheme? Livelihood and nutrition support, socio-economically backward, active traditional fisheries, families for conservation of fisheries. Actually, what government is giving? Government is giving 3,000 per annum per enrolled beneficiary under this activity. Out of the total budget, 2.5% is given for the administrative expenses. Other financial inclusion initiative under this scheme, they are giving some vessel insurance. If their vessels are damaged, then they can claim the insurance against the damage of their vessels. Group accident, for death they are giving 5 lakhs. For permanent disability they are giving 250 lakhs. And for the partial disability they are giving 25,000 for the hospitalization. Coverage is between 18 to 17 years. It is implemented by the Oriental Insurance Company. Technology infusion, more crop per drop are the technology infusion under this mission. There are some committees. This Central Effects Committee is chaired by the Secretary of Department of Fisheries to steer the overall implementation. Steer means fast the overall implementation. Project monitoring and evaluation is done by this PMU. Project Appraisal Committee will do the appraisal of the project. State level committee will implement at state level and also do the supervision and monitoring. National Fisheries Development Board is a nodal implementing agency. Remember this. National Fisheries Board is a nodal implementing agency. Now, what are the impact of implementation of this scheme? This will enhance the production from this 137.5 to 220 lakh from this 2089 to 92 to 2024-25. Annual growth 9.5%. GVA actually in 2019, 18 and 19 it is 7.2%, and government want to increase this GVA growth by 9% till 2024 and 25. Export earning, they want to increase from 46,589 to 1 lakh crore. Friend, remember these data, they are small data, but government can ask you that what is the target of export under this Prime Minister Sampada Yojana, that is PMSSY, Prime Minister Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana. So remember, this is very important facts. Enhancing the productivity and agriculture from the present national average of 3 tons, about 5 tons per hectare. Post-harvest losses, they want to decrease from 20 to 25% to 10%. Enhancement of the domestic fish consumption, they want to increase from 5 kg to 12 kg. Generate about 50 lakhs of direct and indirect employment, 5 lakhs in direct fishes and 40 lakhs in allied activities. 4 focus species under this Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana is tilapia, pangasius, sea bass and mud crab. 61 fishing harbors are also being developed under this scheme. What are the technological changes is doing under this scheme? They are doing recirculatory aquaculture system, biofloc, aquaponics, very important, high density and pond aquaculture, integrated multi-tropic aquaculture and sand culture. So friends, it was all from my side today. I will upload the Minister of Agriculture related scheme in my upcoming video. So till then, thank you and happy learning. पढ़ते रहिए, मेहनत करते रहिए.